What is up, everybody? Spot of Nerd here with day 21. If you can believe it, sorry, I've got something in my throat. Totally a great way to start off this show. If you can believe it or not, I say that every single fucking stream. This is 3 weeks straight. If you can believe it or not, 3 weeks every single day of looking at this beautiful, sexy face. And you know it is. Don't deny it. At least to my mom or some other people, hopefully. Not the sexy thing with mom, because that's just weird. But you know what I'm talking about. Handsome. She probably thinks I'm handsome. Anyway, we have some interesting things I want to talk about tonight. And again, I don't know. I say this broken record. It's Spot of Nerd is what we do here. Might be long, might be short. I don't really know. I'm excited because Amelia, if you're not familiar with Amelia, is a Grok created AI character, goth girl, that was based off of a UK government agenda, shall we say, to try and deviate and warn people of the extremism of the right that is completely backfired. And there has been a second video that is a little bit shorter, but is just as great, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to show you guys. And then I want to talk about, I was kind of, so my employment, without getting into too many specifics, revolves around people. I do work with a lot of people and in public places. And I just kind of noticed something today that really irked me, I guess, if that's a word to use in this regard. And it obviously revolves around society today and the world we live in and the fucking devices that we hold in our pockets at every moment, let alone our hands at every moment. And I want to kind of talk about it. It's going to get a little bit negative, but real. I'm a realist, it's what I do. And then we're going to end it with something quite outlandish because for the first time in a very long time, if you can believe it or not, me, Spot of Nerd, might actually create a dating profile. So yeah, before you shit your pants on that one, that's going to be at the end of this. So you might have to just suffer through this or you might enjoy this. And if you do, if you haven't subscribed or followed, I would love you more than you know. And I always say this too, I don't give a shit. Take pity out of me and just hit the subscribe button, hit the follow on Rumble, just to help me out. I would appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts too on some of these topics that we discuss or the ones in the past. I would love to learn it. I will always say this as well. If you ever want to join the conversation, hit me up, message me. I'm everywhere. Actually, I need to find a way. Yeah, we need to put the socials down on the bottom of the screen here. That'll help you out. So you can, if you don't know how to get a hold of me, if you haven't figured that shit out yet, that's just, yeah, whatever. We won't go down that road. But yeah, hit me up. I'd love to have you on. We can talk about shit, debate respectfully, non hateful, non horribly, just two people having a conversation, whether agreeing on things or disagreeing. It makes the world go round. But starting it off, let's get the negative shit and then we'll get into the more fun shit. What I'm really referring to, that something caught my eye specifically today, although it happens every single day at every moment of every day. We obviously, when we go to work, if you work, we have legally obligated breaks. And during those breaks, I tend to go for a walk because it's healthy. It regroups you, it refreshes the mind, blah, 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 blah. I work in a place that has many people gathered. And what I was noticing today as I'm walking around my area of work, there's a lot of tables where people can kind of get some food, eat their lunch, 2 tables, 4, 2 chairs, 4 chairs, whatever it might be. And there was one moment today where I was walking around and I shit you not, hand to God, every single pair or group of individuals that I saw were stuck to their fucking phones. Every single one of them. And I literally was just in absolute awe. I was in shock. And I don't mean that in a literal sense. This is all rhetorical, and I'm sure you can gather where I'm going with this. Because as the title of this video says, we're fucking cooked, as the young generation says. We wonder why birth rates have declined. We wonder why men and women have bowed out of the dating realm. We wonder why marriages have plummeted. We wonder why human connection is non-existent, if not but exists extinct at this point. All you have to do is open your eyes and look around. And I know this is sounding negative, but I'm just being real, because let's be very, very clear. I'm pretty sure you're a culprit to it, allegedly speaking. And I say this to, again, allegedly some people that I work with on a consistent basis. Ask yourself this question. Tell me the last time you went to the toilet without this in your hand. Seriously. Tell me the last time you went to the toilet without it. Don't worry. I'll wait. Insert that. I should have had the video up. Several hours later. SpongeBob. It's just sad. It's pathetic. And I just wanted to talk about it because I wanted to get it off my mind, because I think it's anything. This is where I'm gonna again, I should have had some violin music. Oh man, I gotta start thinking about these for future videos. I kinda started putting myself where I've mentioned this many times before on on this channel, other videos, etcetera. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of people that I can hang out with. I don't have a significant other. I'm perfectly fine with all of it. I really am. I mean, you come out as a Trump supporter, to me, this might be a little bit extreme, but I honestly think sometimes coming out as a Trump supporter in a blue state or a blue city is like coming out in other areas of society, if you get my drift. Because once you do, you are the devil. You are the racist. You are the bigot. You are the homophobe. You are insert ism here, there, everywhere. And the reality of it is, we're not. We actually are pretty cool people. If you get to know us, if you just have a little chat with us, you're probably going to find out we're pretty awesome. But obviously, the world that we live in today, you just know that's not possible. So I play the world's smallest violin is because, again, I don't have a lot of people that I can just call up and say, hey, do you want to go see a movie? Or hey, do you want to go to a park? Do you want to go hang out? Do you want to do blah, 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 blah? And it just kind of makes me like, I feel bad for these people. And that's something I won't shy away from, because you're literally sitting across from another human being that you probably know, probably is your significant. Most of these are younger people. Some are family, obviously. Even the ones with kids, like 2, 3 years old, and they're just stuck to their fucking devices. I mean, metaphorically, not real. I would kill to have somebody to just sit down and talk to. Somebody that I have some commonality with on insert XYZ topic. I think it would be amazing. I really, really do. Even if we had difference of opinions, I think it would be something amazing. And it's something I haven't had in a while. Again, I don't need it, but it'd be nice to have. So maybe you can explain this to me. I'm missing something and I've just officially hit that point where I'm just too old now. What is it? What is it about going somewhere? Like, I understand, maybe you're at home. Maybe if you live with your significant other, your wife, your husband, whatever it might be. Maybe you live at home and sure, you're on your phone, you see each other every day, you just want to watch TV and leave each other alone. But like, again, where I'm going with this is the whole purpose of going out somewhere is to reconnect, is to talk to each other, is to get to see how you are. Like, I see these people that are dressing up and they look very nice, fashionable, and they clearly are doing something, again, whether it's a movie, coffee, blah, 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 but they just couldn't be bothered, and I don't get it. I just really I really probably have officially reached that age. I don't understand, because to me, the purpose of going somewhere is to achieve something, and if you are bringing somebody with you, it's to bring that individual so that they might enjoy the same thing too. Am I wrong? Let me know. I really would like to know in the comments. Maybe I'm just thinking way too much about this, but ultimately, inevitably, this was gonna happen, especially with social media and phones and everything like that. I think I just, I'm a 90s kid. We just grew up in a different time, and I've officially become old. That's just it, plain and simple. But switching the gears, let's show you guys Amelia has made the ultimate comeback. If you haven't watched the previous video, give you a quick cliff notes. Amelia, again, is an AI created character based off of a game called Pathways that the UK government has tried to implement into whatever to basically try and warn people of the extremism that the far right may be, conservatism, free will, God forbid. So, go and watch the first video if you haven't. It's amazing. There is now a second video that stars Wallace and Gromit. And if you're not familiar with Wallace and Gromit, they are truly some of the greatest characters that have ever existed in television, series, movies, blah, 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 blah. And I thought we would play it because it is a little bit more heavy duty, but I think it is well worth watching, and I think it continues the same message from the first video, but further in a good way to kind of make you realize this is this might be the hope the British people need. Like I said, broken record, that an AI character made from Grok might be the savior to England, to the English people, so that they can regain the pride and the passion behind being British. I, for one, am a British citizen. I am working towards my American citizenship, but damn it if I'm not proud to be a Brit. And the way my country is going right now, it scares the living hell out of me that soon we might not have a country left, at least in the next 5 to 10 years at the rate we're going. So I hope the British people will turn that shit around for the better and really regain what makes England England. My peeps, the United Kingdom. God save the Queen, the King, whatever. So let's play this video. Let me share this. It's on the channel if you want to watch again and again and again. But let's play this video. Here we go.
Tonks? No, I'm Amelia. We need to talk about Islam in the UK. Catholic, Protestant, atheist. We're all buggered if Islam takes over. Witches must be burnt, of course, but honour killing your daughters for not wearing hijab is much too far. But Wallace, dogs are haram. If the Muslims take over, Gromit is a goner. Pigs are haram too, Pepper. Your entire family line ended. And forget LGBT acceptance. Muslims will toss them out the window. Literally. First, we remove the Islamists from our government and our country, Paddington. Then marmalade.
Isn't that absolutely incredible? I fucking love every second of that because it's true. Let's be very clear. And you can't, like, I think I mentioned this in the first video because some people might find that quote unquote offensive. I always will go to Ricky Gervais's. If you are offended, does not mean you are right. It is simply a viewpoint. It is simply opinion. As I've always mentioned on here, what I show you is that of others' viewpoints and others' opinions. I simply sometimes allegedly will align with several of those, if not all. I will let you decide, especially if you know me or if you don't know me and you've obviously watched this channel. I'm pretty sure you can put two and two together. I love the attention that this is getting. I love the fact that somebody created an AI character that was intended to do the opposite of what it is actually doing. So respect to Grok, Elon's artificial intelligence machine. Respect to this Amelia character, and I pray that it continues because it is absolute joy in a 2 or 3 minute video. It's perfect. So, nice and simple. We're going to wrap this episode up with something quite unique, quite different. And I know this is going to sound weird. It's going to sound crazy, but yours truly, Spot of Nerds. I never ever give you a little history without going into too many specifics. I had a very lovely partner, woman, girlfriend, a couple years ago, and I will say some of the greatest times of my life, some of the worst times in my life. Even in the past, I've had great girlfriends, good friendships, blah, 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 blah. But of course, ultimately, never ended up getting married, never ended up, moving to that next phase in life where you start a family and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not going to lie to you, it would have been nice. I really do. Back, if you asked me 10 years ago, I'd have loved to have been a dad. I'd have loved to have been a father. And I'd love to be set up what are there's a word for it, the fucking nuclear family. I would have loved to have that shit, but I didn't. It's just me. So I've been getting a lot of feedback from you guys watching these streams, watching the channel, and I really appreciate it because for the first time in a very long time, I actually might make a dating profile. I know, jaw drop, etc. As much as you probably going, what's the big fucking deal? The big fucking deal is I swore to never ever go back on that shit ever again. I think dating profiles are the epitome of just horrificness in relation of people trying to get together. I think it's disastrous that society has come to a point where you simply flick right or left to decide if you want to get to either know someone, date someone, etc. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do it. There are people that have had much success with it. People have gotten married, has started families, etc. I simply just I'm the classic guy where I still feel you should meet your significant other in a human setting, and then you build a relationship, you build a love, and you grow a family from there. That's just my 2 cents. I'm not disrespecting those that use the online game. I simply just don't feel humans that's how it should be. I think it's just insane. It really is just insane to me, but again, to each his or her own. It's not for me to judge you on that. So, had a few comments from people on here that basically said, "You know what would make some great content is create a dating profile on the channel, doing it during a live feed, and just maybe on a daily basis, because I'm gonna do this every day for the next year, give us updates. I will show you some of the profiles that I come into contact with. I'll show you some of the messaging that maybe I do. We'll see. I don't know because that's kind of private. I don't know about that. But I kind of wanted, and what people were getting at is number one, it would make great content, but number two, obviously, right now, I don't know if you guys are aware, I'm actually going to be going to Japan this year, and I'm going to go with some friends. It would be kind of nice to go with somebody, get to know somebody real quick, not quick, but maybe over a couple weeks, couple months, and then eventually go with them to travel. Like I've always, like I said in the beginning of this little spiel, it would be kind of nice to meet somebody, get to know them, and then mutually, strictly platonically, have a travel buddy. Once every couple of months, just go do something. Go to Guatemala, go to India, go insert XYZ. I don't know. And I thought, that's a great fucking idea. It really fucking is. So I think I'm going to do it. I have to pick out some photos and I'm going to go ask some of my lady friends, which are the best ones out there. But I'm giving you guys a heads up. I'm thinking I'm going to do it. I think it'd be kind of fun to do. And I'm going to take you guys along with me just to show you, see what the fuck happens. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm in my early 40s. I doubt very much will happen from this, but who knows? Maybe I will meet somebody and we'll hit it off and I will have somebody to take to Japan with. Who the fuck knows, right? So you have to stay tuned if you want to know the outcome of that. I'm going to kind of start it probably in the next week or so and we'll go from there. I'm only going to do one. I think I'm just going to do the Hinge because I think Hinge was what everybody's saying is like the one that's the the best or at least the most normal or something. I don't know. Again, it's been years since I've ever touched that stuff, but hey, you know what? That's what this shit's all about. It's all about great content and hopefully we'll just have some fun with it. And we never know. Maybe something positive will come out of it. We just don't know. So that's it for tonight. Huge appreciation you guys for watching, for listening. If you're not watch it on no watch it on Spotify. Listen on Spotify. But yeah, 3 weeks. Huge appreciation to anybody that is getting this far, watching and listening. Super appreciate all of that support. Keep it going. I would love you guys forever if you could. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably going to be a game day because it is Thursdays and I am off on Thursdays. So if you want to play a game, let me know. Throw me a message. Later, y'all.